Is your motto and code of conduct to supersize your business? You've got one, right? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and this is what we're going to talk about today with respect specifically to contribution. We're focusing on contribution this month. So we're going to talk about if you don't have a motto. If you do have a motto, share it in the comments below. If you've got a code of conduct, share a couple of bullet points from that in the comments below too, so that we can learn from one another. I'll share one of my businesses. I'll just pull a business at random and then share that. Just to give you an idea that I do what I teach, as well as I don't just say it, I actually do it too. Today I will, as part of the Be a Better You annual challenge, be reviewing my personal motto and my personal code of conduct. For example, my personal motto is be loving, love being, be you. It's just, that is my line in the sand of, if my behavior or my choices match that, I say yes. If they don't, I say no. So creating a business contribution motto, why would you want one? Well, it helps us to make really fast decisions. It helps us to align with our goals and objectives and values and things that are important to us. It helps our teams, our customers, our community. They want to know what we stand for, and it clearly communicates what we stand for. And by focusing on what we stand for, the things we stand against automatically are said no to or fade away. So I'll share a 4-step process for creating your own motto, and then we'll talk about a 3-step process for creating your code of conduct. It sounds like it's really hard to do, but it can do the whole thing if you've never done it before in probably a half an hour. Unless, of course, you want to pull a team of people together. And for your businesses, I highly recommend that you do that, because we want our contribution motto and our contribution code of conduct to be for the whole organization, not just for us. I would expect to lead that effort, or get somebody to lead that effort, but participate in it so that you're showing support for things that you do as an organization. So step 1, what do? We gather leadership input. We reflect on and ask, what does our brand stand for? What do our products and services do, and who do they serve, and what does it stand for with respect to social issues, environmental issues, culture? And keep in mind that when we have a motto and a code of conduct for contribution or any other part of our business, it gives here's our comfort zone as an organization. Here's where we operate. It gives standard operating guidelines and procedures for people to follow that match what we say we're what we act on in terms of what's most important for us. So step 1, gather leadership input. Ask them, what does our brand stand for, in your opinion? What do you think our brand stands for? How do we serve our community beyond just making a profit for ourselves? Step 2, align with social impact goals. Do you have ESGs, they're called, environmental, social, governance goals? I will say we do not have in my organizations, any of them, specific ESG goals. We do have processes and procedures and goals and objectives for being in compliance, or actually being better than compliance. Being first in best in class is our goal, not just complying with government standards and rules, depending on the business we're talking about. As far as social and environmental, I guess we have those, but we haven't formally documented those. So that's probably something we'll do in the near future. Not because everybody else is doing it, but because they're things that we want to make sure we're considering and thinking about for our business and the impact we have on the world, because we want to make the world a better place. Step 3, choose powerful value-aligned words. Think action and values, right? And action and value put together in our motto. So what's an example of this? Empowering through connection, purpose before product. Some organizations design their products and services to solve problems. Some just design their products and services and ship them out into the world because they think they know what the world wants. Or they ask the world, and the world says, yeah, we want this widget, please create it for us. And these are the specifications we want. I find asking what our customers want is the secret fast track to actually giving them what they want and meeting their needs. Step 4, share it everywhere. Now, do you have to share your motto everywhere? No, but you want to put it out there. You want to put it in your offices, on your websites, as part of your onboarding process, in your team meetings. Some of our companies start their team meetings right off the bat. They all say the motto together at the beginning of the team meeting. Why? So they remember to live it, to not just print it out and put it on pretty signs, but to actually think about it and do it as part of our everyday life. Our motto and our code of conduct needs to be, and I was going to say should, but you decide what should work, but needs to be part of how we operate our business on a day-to-day basis. So then our code of conduct supports our motto and just gives it a little more detail and more specificity. Some things we want to include in our code of conduct include stakeholder responsibility. Who is responsible for what with respect to contribution, and our motto and how we conduct our business all the time. So we need expectations for and clear. I say if it's not documented, it doesn't count. Write down what are leadership's expectations, what are employees' expectations, what are our partners, and what are our customers? What expectations do we have of our customers, and do they have with respect to us when it comes to contribution? Secondly, we're going to align with our ethical standards, including anti-discrimination, sustainability, transparency, giving policies. And I would say, I don't know why I didn't write it before, ethics, morals, values, code of conduct should say, this is how we behave in each of these groups. Guess what? It should be consistent across those groups for the most part, right? We want to do business with people that are like-minded, meaning our customers. We want to partner with businesses that are like-minded, etc. And step 3, detail accepted and encouraged behavior. We want to make sure our code of conduct bullet points are, this is what we expect. This is how we behave all the time. So, for example, employees get 2 paid volunteer days a year would be an example of a code of conduct. And everybody in the company is got that as a benefit or a perk and can take 2 volunteer days off a year. Now, it doesn't mean you volunteer to go home and have a self-care day. It means you're volunteering for something outside of ourselves that is in alignment with our what our company believes in. And I guess faking sick days would not be very moral or ethical, would it? Profits donated quarterly to local organizations would be another example of that. So let me give you a couple of business examples. You may or may not have heard of these companies. One of them is one of my favorite companies, and that's Patagonia. Their motto is, we're in business to save our home planet. And their code includes sustainable sourcing, activism support, employee volunteer programs. Warby Parker, motto is to do good, and their code is buy a pair, give a pair programs, social impact integrated into every sale. And then Ben & Jerry's, famous ice cream company, their motto is peace, love, and ice cream. And their code is social justice campaigns, fair trade ingredients, and staff activism support. So today, what I challenge you to do, if you don't have it already, is to, and if you do have one, if you have these, I guess it's 2 things, a motto and a code of conduct, review them today and share them in the comments below. Why? Because we want to demonstrate that we're actually doing this in our businesses and share it with other people to encourage them to do the same. Any questions about this? Hit me up and ask. Literally done this thousands of times with people and with their businesses. So just ask if you're struggling or if you get a hiccup on something. And otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. Have an awesome day.